would you say you have game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I do.
What's like your go-to pickup line?
I don't have pickup line. You know how you think you're dancing with someone in the booth? I turn, and this babe did, like, she actually just grabs my neck and pulls me and, like, kisses me.
What has led to you ghosting someone in the past?
Fear of things getting serious. I think there was a point I felt like
sad.
things were...
Is your brother older?
Yeah, he's older.
Okay, so then I'll talk to your brother.
No!
Before I let you go, because we've actually been yapping for a while now. You left NRG. Mm-hmm. Why did you leave?
Radio can only take you so far, especially in this country. Mm-hmm. I think it was a time for me to now be like, what can I do to really make myself international? Her new man had made her unfollow me and everything, so I never had her socials. But then, I think I saw someone posting, her shoots. I was like, what's going on?
Let me put two and two together.
People don't realize it, but you won't ever be booked if you're not seen.
So around 2022, right? Out of nowhere, we're just there minding our own business in lockdown. Boom! DJ Vanss hits the scene. And everyone and everywhere had to have him. Like, you were at almost every event that I saw. I remember Ciroc branch and one. I suddenly just started seeing you everywhere. I was like, where did this person come from? So now you're on the podcast. So we're going to unpack that. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
DJ Vanss is in the building. So DJ Vanss. Vanss is as in Vanessa.
No, my real name is Evans.
Evans.
And I actually got the name DJ Vanss in high school before I was a DJ. People just liked my music taste. So literally, because I was in boarding school in Kenya. So we used to always play music in the shower, play music when we're getting ready, in the halls, or when we're just chilling outside. So people, because of my music taste, people used to always want me to play music. Then I got the nickname Vanss, and then DJ came about it because I was always down playing music. Yeah. So even before I became a DJ, the name Vanss was already there. It already stuck. So it was very easy for me to pick a name because it was already given to me before. I feel like I was kind of destined to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of in a way.
That's an interesting story. You do sound Kenyan. When I first started speaking to you, I was like, I get a hint of you're not from here.
Yeah,
but you're Ugandan.
Yeah, I'm Ugandan. I'm from Uganda. I'm Ugandan. My mom's Rwandese actually, but we've lived here our whole life. Yeah. But I went to school in Kenya. I spent most of my high school in Kenya, and then I went to the UK for uni. So I guess you could say I wasn't here.
Yeah, but you don't have a British accent.
I mean, because I feel like I feel like people who go for uni and come back with a British accent are liars.
They are lying.
Complete liars. Because I was there 3 whole years, and I stayed with a lot of British people. But I guess when I was there, the accent kind of comes up. Yes. Because I feel like it's just your environment, the way you're around. You're around everyone speaking in a British accent, and then you start speaking kind of to relate, I guess.
Yeah.
So when I was there, when I'm talking to British people, it kind of comes out. Yeah. When I've come back home and nobody in my house is saying in it. Yeah. So
why are you?
Why is it something that has stuck onto me? I feel like if someone, even though you come back for a bit and you have it, if you stay here long enough, it will fade out or phase out, because I spent most of my life here in Kenya. I rather... You can say I sound more Kenyan than British because I can't go there for 3 years and come back trying to talk a British person. Yeah.
No, but do you know Kiswahili? You understand
a little bit, I understand a little bit, here and there.
Yeah, okay, I did the reverse. I experienced the reverse of what you just explained. I lived in Mbara.
Oh, yeah?
For 2 years in my childhood.
Yeah.
Came to Kampala thick. Yeah. Thick. It was so thick. That now when people are watching me and people in the comments usually be like, oh, I like your accent. I'm like, what accent is it?
Yeah.
Because
but you feel like it's normal.
I'm like, wait, do I still sound like Mnyangore girl?
Funny enough, when you say that, when people still tell me today, I still sound Kenyan.
Yeah, you do.
I don't realize it at all.
You don't feel it.
I don't feel it
and
at all.
I get why you wouldn't feel it.
Yeah, because I think, and also because I think when I was in Kenya, a lot of my friends obviously were Kenyan, and then when I went to uni, that's kind of the friend groups I've shifted with there as well. So I guess when I was in the UK, I was surrounded by mostly Kenyans and British, really. Yeah.
Okay. So you're talking about uni and all these things. How long ago was that? Just 3 years ago. I feel like we have a right to know. 3 years ago?
Yes, I finished because it's been almost 3 years ago now.
Damn.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not.
When
not
were you
a long
born?
time.
2000 and?
Hey, guys, what is this podcast? I'm
I
signing
met
up for
someone.
ID.
I met someone in the gym, and he was telling me, oh, like, you know, we're just talking, and he told me I was born in 2004. Did he say 2004?
Yeah, that's a bit crazy.
That's crazy, but you're laughing. But isn't that you?
4 is wild. Nah, I was 4. But you see, the thing is, what I will say about the age thing.
Yeah.
Us young niggas were up these days, bro.
Okay.
That's what I'm
All right.
gonna say, man.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna say. I think it was a thing. People have, every time I tell someone my age, it's always a shock, and I think it's because of a number of reasons. I think when I was growing up, I hung out with my brother a lot, and my brother's older than me, and I hung out with him and his friends. Even till now, I actually be hanging out with a lot of his friends as well. So I think growing up,
Is your brother older?
Yeah, he's older.
Okay, so then I'll talk to your brother.
No,
Because I don't know about this 2000 and.
let me tell you.
Like, people know me on these streets, man.
Hey, they know me too.
They'll be like,
too.
do you know that
Let me tell you, by the way,
Mr. Evans was born in...
my brother's getting married next month, so you don't have to worry about
Boring.
him.
Okay,
He's not
brother,
gonna-
why would you do
He's
this?
not getting married, but nah. Yeah.
He's
I've
not?
already told him, no, this one's mine.
Okay, so 2001. I'm going to call you 2001 throughout this. I'm joking. What's something you feel like, first of all, you love your job, right?
Very much.
You do. Is it something like you envisioned yourself doing, like growing up, or did it just kind of happen?
Not growing up. Definitely not growing up. My parents are very...
What did you want to be growing up?
A lawyer.
Of course.
I did law in uni as well. Yeah. I think growing up, it was a very streamlined thing. Like my parents are like, yo, we're not gonna pay all the school fees for you to do X, Y, Z. Like it's gonna be a doctor, lawyer, like the way most African parents are really.
Yeah.
And we ran with it, My sister started doing, was in the medical field. My brother went engineering. I did law.
Oh, so he's an engineer. Noted. Go on.
Hey. Bro's killing my vibe before he's going to come back. So I wanted to be a lawyer. Then when I went to uni, before I went to uni actually, when it was now time for picking courses, I was actually kind of like, maybe I don't want to do law. But my parents were like, it's too late for all of that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to do law.
Yeah.
Because they were like, they wanted me to do this thing because they always knew it's very easy for you to just get a strand and do something, some random thing. So when I got the name DJ Vanss, and then when we graduated from high school, I was in the club and I was like, I don't know, I feel like I have better music taste than these guys. Like, I felt like I could do better. So I talked to my brother about it, and then when I graduated and I was going to uni, he told my mom, and mom was like, as a graduation present, I'm going to get you your first decks, like a small pair of decks, to just be chilling.
Yeah.
She didn't envision what happened about buying me these decks.
Yeah.
So when I got them, was in uni, I still never really took it seriously. But then COVID hit, and then I was like, I started hating uni. I felt like now I really don't think I want to do this, because doing it, when you're still enjoying yourself in uni is one thing, but when COVID hits and now you're really locked up and you're only left with the books, you're like, maybe I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
So I used DJing as an escape really during that time. I would, maybe watch a lecture, then start DJing, started doing the online thing. And then when I got the traction, when I started doing the online stuff on like the Instagram lives and posting my mixes, the traction it was getting, I was like, okay, like maybe I could actually do this for real. Like, but even still then, I didn't believe it was possible.
Yeah.
So I just kept playing, and then eventually, because I went to school in Kenya, because Kenya opened up COVID, like a lockdown before. Now they started looking for me. They're like, yo, are you coming back to Kenya anytime soon? I want you to play. Then that's when I was like, damn, okay, this could be a thing. Because if they're looking for me in Kenya before my own people, I was like, this could work. So I didn't really conclude then. But I was like, let me just, see how it goes. I told my mom, and she's like, you know what, like, as long as it doesn't make you stray from your degree or whatnot. And thank God it didn't, actually. I actually ended up still graduating. But I think DJing for me was one of those things that just happened. But I think it was meant to be because of how much I love music. People loved my music. And the name DJ Vanss came. So I think it was one of those things that just aligned, like the stars just aligned and ended up working.
So you've talked about your mom, but your dad, like how did both parents receive this news that their son is now a professional? They are still processing.
Like, I think my dad, I think a part of him is still like, he still can't believe it. Like, I think my mom, as she used to tell me, she thought this was going to be a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, she never, like, even her buying me the first decks, she thought it was just for me, something for me to pass time with, in my free time and whatnot. But then when she saw I was taking it seriously, she said, the only thing she asked me, she's like, whatever you do, just get the degree. Don't you spend all your 3 years there and then come back with no degree talking about you want to be a DJ. Because that doesn't like give them hope that I'm a serious individual and I can actually put my mind to something and finish it. So my mom, she was better because I think she knew me and like my siblings as how we've been. She knew there's no way she's going to divert my mindset on this.
Yeah.
So she just thought, how best can I support you? She just said, finish your degree and then from there we can see.
Yeah.
So I just did that. My dad, I never really had the conversation with him. I talked to my mom about it and I was like, I hope you're telling your husband, oh God. Like, I hope you're letting him know. I hope you're letting him know how things are moving.
I hope you're looping him in.
Yeah, because I knew with him, he's not someone who wants to really listen to all this jazz, especially about music, DJing. Like, he didn't want to listen to that.
Yeah.
So I knew if I went to him with it, he would tell me I'm a fool. But if my mom understood it and took it to him, it's easier for him to accept it and be like, okay, this could work. But even when I graduated, I came back. I started DJing when I came back. But in their head, they still thought I was going to go LDC. So they were like, we'll give you this time to like rest. But then you're eventually going to like, every couple of weeks, they'd be like, so what have you...
So it's been like how long since you got back?
Because this was like, I think I came back in like what? August, something like that. And then till December, I was working. Like, I started getting some bookings. And actually, shout out to Malembe. I think they're one of the first people who put me on properly. So I started getting those gigs. And then every couple of weeks, they'd be like, every day you just sleep the whole day and go So they were like, what is this? Because I would dead ass sleep during the day.
Yeah.
Get up at like 5, 6, something like that. Start getting ready.
Yeah.
Eat. And then before you know it, now these guys have come back home. And I'm like, bye guys.
Yeah.
I'm out here. Yeah. So they were like, what is this? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm DJ, But then they didn't understand it until I actually I think my dad finally came to peace when I got a job, when I started working with NRG. Because I think he was like, Kumbi, this can actually get bro employed. Like, I think because they thought I was just here moving on my day-to-day, going out at night. They were like, this isn't sustainable. And I was like, fair. So when the NRG job came, and, they flew me out to Kenya for training, and, I showed him my contract and whatnot. Like, I showed him, like, how big this could be. Then he was like, okay, you know what?
Okay. Yeah.
You're employed. Like, I think me getting something to do every day.
Yeah.
Gave him like some pieces like, okay, he has a routine. Because I think his thing was like, if I just end up going out every single day of the week, what am I going to turn to?
Yeah.
And I mean, fair.
It is fair. Let me tell you, like, it's fair, like, for parents to be concerned. Like, just if you see somebody who is just like coming home and sleeping all day and probably getting, up at like 6 p.m. and going out, like, you would worry.
Yeah, you'd worry.
It's important for you to have structure in your life. Yeah. And I think that the fact that you got a job is a bit of structure. You have to show up at a certain time.
I have to wake up at this time, do this. Like, despite of what I've done at night, I'm going to have to go to work at this time.
Yeah.
And I think that really that showed them like, okay, he's not a complete waste.
Yeah. And I think like an unpopular opinion that I hold is you have to go through employment. Even if you are an entrepreneur, it builds discipline.
I can't lie.
Yeah.
And because I never expect, when I started DJing, I never had plans of radio.
Yeah.
But I think it was a very good thing that I did because that structure, it helped me. Because if I was just DJing and getting as big as I was getting, I would just end up wasting myself, like going out all the time, drinking, this and that.
Which is bringing me to my next thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have to already like that lifestyle to be a DJ, right? Like, because me, I think I have immaculate music taste, impeccable, chef's kiss, right? But I'm just like, I would never be a DJ just because of the lifestyle. Like, I just think about, I have to be in the club at an ungodly hour until the sun comes up, and then probably I'm late, go home, hangover, sleep the whole day, wake up again at an ungodly hour. Like, you have to already like that lifestyle.
Tough. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
You look like you enjoy it. I follow you on Snapchat. Don't even front.
I'm real. I enjoy it probably more than most.
Yeah.
Like, probably more than most. But I've always been that type of person. Like, even when I was growing up, I've always liked music. Like, even if you ask, like, my family, even, like, when I was younger, I'd be the one blasting music in the house.
Yeah.
You know, I'd always, if I was asking for any present or something, I want a speaker because I want to play music. I want some headphones. So I was always about that life, I would say. Even like when I was in uni, me and my friends went out a lot. Like we were about it. Like I loved it. So I think becoming a DJ made so much sense because I already have that energy to be in the club. Because one thing I'll say, being a DJ, it's not easy. Like people will say, "Oh, must you have a good time?" Da, 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 da. But like when you see me, like
you're actually working.
I'm working, and also like it's tiring. As you said, you have to be out the whole time. And I think one of the things that helped me a lot when I started was being out all the time. People don't realize it, but you won't ever be booked if you're not seen. Like it doesn't matter how good you are. If a promoter doesn't see you, you won't really get booked.
Yeah.
You know, be it social media, be it when you're out. Like the amount of, when I first started out, the amount of gigs I got being out is crazy. Because now I've just started out, so not everyone knows me, not everyone has my number. They don't have a way to contact me. But if I've played a good set today, this and this promoter is here, or someone has put me on their snap, I'll go out tomorrow, and that promoter who saw me will be like, "Oh my God, hi, Vanss," you know, meeting people, networking, and then they'll be like, "Oh, what's your number? I'd love to work with you at one point." And that's how you build the relationships, because without having that energy to go out and be seen and be around, you won't get any gigs. I think it's out of sight, out of mind. Like, if people aren't seeing you.
Yeah. Do you feel like DJing is the worst profession to date? I think they are.
No, I think we're great people.
First of all, the fact that you're networking is at night in the bar. Like, let me tell you, if my man tells me, "Breezy, I'm going out to the club to network," I'll be like, what are you talking about?
Breezy, you can keep me home. I'll be a good stay-at-home DJ.
Nah, stay-at-home DJ. How will you do it? Virtually,
you know what I'm saying?
You send them their mixes.
Live, you send them the mixes played.
You said wearing masks. Like, who are those? Marshmallow?
Who?
Marshmallow? Is it called marshmallow?
Marshmallow. Yeah, they order the thing. But I think DJs
are the worst
you have a
profession
soft
today. That's what we were building
No.
on. They are the worst profession today.
I think, by the way, this might not help my case either, but I've heard lawyers are even worse than us.
No.
And
Kampala lawyers. Bro, there's like a whole thing.
I've heard Kampala lawyers have a thing.
Oh
it might not help my case because I also studied law. So, I mean, I might have just,
double threat from every angle.
From every angle, it's
a problem. He doesn't play you as a lawyer, he plays you as a DJ.
Hey, but I think DJs are hard to date. A, if you have trust issues, and B, if you don't like going out.
But like, I think A, if you're a human being, and B, if you're a human being with a life.
No.
Like, what do you mean?
I think as a DJ, let's say you go out and you have a lot of fangirls. If we're walking around, like I've been with girls, and then like let's say we're walking, and then like other like fans, women come and they want to now talk to me, take a picture, da da da. If you feel a type of way about that, it'll be tricky, because you can't be mad that your man is doing well.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want your man to do well, he's gonna have the fans.
Of course.
You know, then it always, obviously, now when I say going out, if you don't like to go out and you date a DJ, he's leaving you at home every single night. And because you're not out, that just leaves your mind to spiral in its own things and wonder. But if you've been out, if you go out with him and you see how it is.
So are you trying to tell me that, like, because back in our day we called them groupies, right? Like when the fans, the girl fans, they're girl fans who are really fans, and then the groupies and the ones who want more than just fanning. Like for them, they think of it as like a mission, right?
Yeah, they're trying to eat.
That has happened to you, right?
A lot.
What's the wildest experience of like that situation? Oh, you can't share. Please, you have to share.
I think I can. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I think with groupies, that's why I would never in my life date a groupie, because I think it is a slippery slope into a lot of problems. Because if she's obsessed with you before you've given her anything, what about after?
Yeah,
it's tricky. It's such a like it's a very shaky ground. Like I feel like I would want a woman I like to be a fan of my work, but please don't show it to me. Like don't show me you like me. Like one thing I hate. Oh my God, please! I come to someone, like I'm trying to move to a girl. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm DJ Vanss. I'm Vanss. Nice to meet you. They're like, oh, I know who you are. I'm like, bruh. Like, you could have known who I am and just introduced yourself. Because now, where do we go from there? After you said that, where do we go from there?
Like, can I just not know you? Please, also, now you're not going to put us on pressure.
No. You can know me.
Can I not just know you? Because I feel like even when I met you, am I not the one who introduced myself to you? I think I
Yeah,
did.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Like, yeah,
But if
because I knew who you are.
Yeah, but now if I introduce myself to someone, tell me your name. Because
Yeah.
when you've said I know who you are, I still don't even know your name. Like, I feel like it's, cause like, if you've approached me, obviously you know who I am.
Yeah.
But if let's say I've come approached you on Vanss, obviously you might know who I am. I might even be DJing tonight.
I hear you.
But like, let's just keep it normal as it can be,
Yeah.
you know? Because I feel like when you start now acting like that, now it's like, I don't even know what to say from there.
Yeah.
Like, you know who I am? Okay, now.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at you like, I can't even do anything.
So, okay, so we're still talking about groupies. You had a situation.
Yes.
What happened?
So I was playing. This is why I'm so happy about DJ booths that are raised these days.
Yeah.
I was playing at some bar. I forgot where it was. It was some event, and the booth, like the decks were basically, the booth was at the same level as the crowd. So a lot of people could just come into the booth. So I was here chilling, you know, playing. This babe has been next to me. Then I'm just here, you know how you think you're dancing with someone in the booth. I turn, and this babe she actually just grabs my neck and pulls me and like kisses me. And she tries to kiss me. I was like, what the hell? And this is a babe. We're not involved with each other. I might have just.
Do you know who
seen
she
you
was
around.
before?
Like friend of a friend, really.
Yeah.
Like I just knew you from there, but it's one of those ones like, oh my God, Vanss. So I was like, that's a bit crazy because also, do you not have shame?
Yeah.
Like you trying to just.
Like maybe just get some.
You know, relax. You know, I feel like relax.
Yeah.
Please be as if relaxing. And I think it's a lot of things where I think women think, so at least the groupies think that either DJs or just men in general, they think we're easy. So like there can be a time where
Because most of you are though. Sorry, you have a reputation.
Have you been to some DJs? Is that what you say?
Nah, because that's too easy for me. Like I want a challenge.
Hey, yo.
I want a bit of a challenge, bro.
I'm proud enough to say I don't think I'm easy.
I like that.
I don't think I'm easy because I think, as I said, the groupies. If it was for the thing of being easy, I would have been hooking up with so many groupies.
You know, like
I don't do that.
You know that thing that men try to shame women for. I don't know if it still happens today. Like, she's been around. Mm-hmm. I find it like the biggest ick when a guy has been around. Like, cause for you don't have standards. The same way, like like for you, anything goes.
What if he's been around? But all of them
with baddies,
yeah,
it's impossible. You know how it's like? It's not impossible because not all. Like, thing is, baddies. Mm-hmm. Many of them are also hard to get, right? So if he has been around with many baddies, I will respect his game. But still, you're not for me. I'll respect your game.
You know what I've realized?
Yeah.
A baddie is only hard to get
in your mind.
Some,
yeah.
From the mind. I think if you don't put your, because I feel like a lot of men will see a woman who feels like that. Like I say, a man sees you out, he'll conclude immediately, she's out of my league.
Yeah.
As soon as you've concluded that, you have no chance.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you carry yourself with enough confidence and stride, you are good.
Yeah.
Like it won't be easy, but it also won't be the task.
It won't be impossible.
Yeah, it won't be impossible.
But this is the thing. You have a point. Mm-hmm. And that's the honest truth. Like when I remember that conversation of leagues came up sometime and I was like, there's no such thing as out of your league. Mm-hmm. Like if you put your mind to it. I have seen, remember Flavor you wouldn't have remembered.
Hey,
Flavor Flav looks like my big toe. Actually, my big toe is pretty.
Hey,
but like,
your big toe
my big toe, please. I'm sorry, I offended you. But like, he was pulling, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, it's all about the confidence and everything, but still, I still just don't understand why you need to sleep with so many people. Like, what point are you trying to prove?
And neither do I, to you, and I think, because I feel like there's two things about sleeping with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people do it and want to brag about it to their friends, which I find wild.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, are they getting pleasure from that as well? I don't understand it. But then I think some people might actually people have real sex
people just like have sex drive.
Like the sex drive is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think because
and then that means like just find like a sneaky link or two and just be there. Like why must you sleep with the whole Kampala?
The problem with Kampala is you'll be chilling like, oh, yeah, let me just find one person.
And that one
person has 72. Yo,
has that happened to you? Has it happened to you?
Yo, is it
too soon? Should I hold your hand? Hold hands. There.
The thing is, I think in Kampala, I personally don't think it's very safe to try and find love at the moment. I think because there's this whole, especially with women, there's a lot of slay queen culture coming up. And a lot of women are looking at like, this babe has no job and she's living lavish. Why do I have to do it, you know? So now there's a babe you have and you think she's your mate, like she's your thing, like she's your girl. You guys are loyal, but she's only loyal until a richer man comes around.
Let me just say this.
And that I'm just saying that. I'm saying this from
I'm
like
gonna
experience.
interject, right?
No, I'm not saying all women, obviously, but I'm saying from like my experiences. Like there'll be a babe you're with, and then she says she's going for a meeting
in Dubai.
Bro, like, and like, you know, this, like, a lot of these babes, she'll have no job.
Yeah, but she's going for a meeting. But like, you do know, like, it's entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying?
But what, yo?
Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
Actually, when we had the conversation about buddies, when you were like, oh, like, just getting a buddy is a mindset. First of all, there's levels to this buddy business. There's the one who is physically attractive, right? Then there's someone who has actual brains to back that up. And that person who has like values and like a moral compass, that sort of thing. Majority of men only, because apparently you've been raised to be only attracted to the physical, right? So you'll go for the physical, and that's really on you.
That's
Let me tell you, that's
not me though.
That's the thing. Like, you get what you deserve. You want a body, you get that. But if you don't take the time to actually vet and see, does this person's values align with mine? You get. That's how you avoid getting played.
Fair play.
Because if the women who are with you only until another richer man comes along, that person was always that person. Even you were in denial, but you knew it.
She won't leave. That's the thing.
She won't leave. She'll entertain him.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, she won't leave you, like, because she knows this guy is not here for a long time thing. She won't leave you. You'll still be her guy because the other guy who actually loves her. But
the other one is funding.
The other one is now funding a lifestyle she's trying to maintain.
So that's the issue that I feel like most guys have these days, is that the body that you get, you already know that this person is already not going to be loyal. So you were saying that she'll keep you around while still getting funding from the richer man.
Sponsor.
But this is the thing. I'm a girl's girl, so I'm going to say this from my woman's perspective. Women for the longest time have been so loyal to men, but it's kind of like not rewarding. We've had so many situations where like you've ridden, you ride or die for my man.
Nothing happens, yeah.
And then like I get nothing out of it. Instead, you stress me, you embarrass me, you just make me look stupid. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it's become messed up. The truth is, we've messed up society.
Yes.
With this whole tit for tat business, we've messed it up. But I understand. I honestly understand.
And that's the thing. I'm not holding, like, I don't blame anyone.
Yeah.
But I'm just not gonna put myself in the position to have to try and understand.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think.
So you're not dating?
No. Like, I think the most.
Are you out in the streets though?
No, because now the streets are worse.
The streets are so
The
bad.
streets are terrible.
My God.
Like, what I think I'd rather do these days is like maybe find someone who you really get along with, who you guys like vibe together, you can talk to, and maybe have a sexual attraction with. And then maybe just like enjoy each other's company for some time. I think maybe not for the long. I think dating, right?
Spoken like a fuckboy.
No, let me tell you why. I tried last year. I'm speaking because I was trying last year.
What happened there? Let's unpack that. What happened?
Yeah,
they couldn't date a DJ. They couldn't manage
no,
a DJ.
I think they could.
They showed you what up.
Yeah, like, I don't think I was really sure, but it's one of those things where I left the relationship with too many doubts in my head. Because I think because of how much I like this babe, in my head through the whole thing, I was like, I gave her the benefit of the doubt for a lot of things. I think in my head I was like, this would happen, and then I'm like, I would, let's say, believe her explanation for it.
Yeah.
I kept giving the benefit of the doubt. Then only to when we've broken up, then I'm like, I think I was giving you benefit of the doubt for no reason because you actually ain't shit. Like, you know,
how did you find out that they ain't shit? Like, someone told you, or you saw
like
it
you
yourself?
start. I think when first of all, when we broke up, then I would talk to my friends about some of these things, and they're like, "Are you stupid?"
You first tell me one of the things,
hey.
and I tell you if you're stupid or not.
No, I think it's one of those things. Like, I said, this babe might not have a job, and then it's like, you're talking about you're going for a meeting.
Yeah.
And then,
you know what? Let me unpack that for you.
No, let me explain to you why this is.
Okay.
Like, leave the thing of a meeting. Like, let's say, obviously, you could have a meeting for anything else, but now you said you're going for a meeting, and then now it's one guy with the newest Benz, and then now halfway through the meeting, you guys now have a bottle of wine. And then you have told me to come and pick you up. I've come and picked her up, and then she's gotten out of this guy's car. I hopped into mine, and I'm like, what meeting was in the car?
Just remove your ego from this conversation.
No.
What if he was genuinely giving her a lift?
The meeting was at that place.
Yes, that's why why was she in the car at the place?
No, because the meeting was there.
Ah, babes.
You see? I personally think.
I wanted to.
You
by the
tried.
way, sis, I tried. I tried
No.
for you, but I don't know.
This thing of,
I
obviously.
thought he had come to bring her somewhere.
No, that's fair. That makes sense. I've come here because now basically it was like this. I've come. She's like, oh, come and pick. Like, can you come and see me before you go back home? Because I was coming from somewhere else. Now, can you come and see me? Pick me up there before
I
I
would
go
never
home.
get out of that car.
I came in the whip.
I'd have lied to you that I
because
already left.
Bro, I came in and then I'm here in the car waiting for her. I'm like, yo, where you at? I'm here. She's like, after a while, I see her get out of the car and the car booms. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I thought the meeting was inside. What are you guys doing in the whip now?
So,
and then there's always a story, and I think it's, and then don't get me started on like after you guys break up and then now they apparently like your friends now. Let's be for real, my nigga.
Vanss, this is on you. I'm gonna blame you because you attracted this into your life. Let me tell you something.
That's why if I show a woman shaggy, just know where it came from.
No, but also let's not be those people. That shit is what got us into.
That's why I'm not trying to enter anything serious right now because I feel like let me actually
that
just
stuff
relax.
Is what has gotten us to the road.
If I now try to be serious, I'll probably, if I see any flag like that, I'll become a demon. Now I'm going crazy.
No, but also now that's gonna attract that into your life. So just let it go.
Yes, he's not.
Because like, let me tell you something. I've had women's stories of how men have showed them shege. That doesn't even scratch it. That's like, it's like just like dang. That's like a ping. Yeah, like that's not bad. Like dudes have done the wildest things. But if we all go, that's why I'm like, we need to start fixing society one person at a time, and we only have ourselves. Like, man, that was on you. Like, if this person is going for your friends, that's a character.
How women can
that's a character thing.
Told me that's my fault. It's my fault.
How did you get here?
Hey, trust me.
Fine boy like you.
I'll take it.
Okay, now let's shift gears a little bit. We shall circle back. Big three. You're in music and everything. Who is your big three?
Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Rema.
Okay, that's really not bad.
Yeah, I used to think it was maybe Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Shaki, because I think Burna Boy is my goat. For forever and forevermore, Burna Boy is my goat.
Yeah.
But I would say, I think it depends really. I think Burna Boy, because Burna Boy and Wizkid are like the legends. Rema, I put him in a big thing because I feel like he's gonna carry African music
to the next level.
To the next level.
You were born like the other day.
Yeah.
So I don't think just last weekend. I don't know. Did you hear like the beginning of Burna Boy's career? Like, cause
what you guys don't understand, I've been about music. I was even listening to a song called "We Own" by Burna Boy. He didn't even have dreads.
How do you first sing?
He didn't even have
sing
dreads.
Sing it under here.
Let me tell you this. Like, the thing about me with music is I've been a music person for long. Like, I listen to so much old music as well.
Yeah.
Like, I even had a Bob Marley phase. Like, I used to listen to so much music, which is where I think it was meant to be. But people always be like, oh, you're so young. Like, yeah, I'm young, but I've been about this music.
Yeah. I think that's how I am with 90s music. I listen to a lot of... I was born in the 90s. Guys, yes, enough. I was born in the 90s. But like, people, every time I listen to a song and I'm like, oh, I love it. I don't know if you know about 90s music. Do you?
Hey,
yeah, but
you...
Yeah.
Well, like, who's your favorite... What's your favorite song from the 90s? Like, your favorite...
Song from the 90s?
Like, who's your favorite artist from back then? Biggie, yeah.
Without a doubt.
I literally just
Hands
dropped a
down.
Biggie mix, Biggie mashup thing the other day.
Yeah.
Man.
And there's always that argument, Biggie versus Pac. But like, if we're being honest with ourselves, and I know you're going to slay me in the comments, Biggie. I know. I'm a real unpopular opinion. Like, let me tell you why. Because Pac is like the modern day Kendrick. Like Kendrick is always rapping about issues that are affecting Americans and like, oh my God, single motherhood. My mother did this. Biggie was just talking about vibes. You understand? Like it was just good vibes.
I'll be real. I'm not like,
and
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Tupac, a lot of all this political stuff.
It was, and we need that.
We needed it. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Like, I have my own problems here in Uganda with potholes, some assaulting.
I don't need to know about Uganda, crime in America.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing. Like, I understand people who love Kendrick. He is a very talented rapper. But I also understand why we ride for Drake because I don't know about Compton. I don't know what's going on in Inglewood. You understand? But I know when Drake says like, let's pop bottles, we're popping bottles.
What I'll say about that Kendrick and Drake beef is, yes, Drake lost. That's solely because that was a rap battle. That wasn't a good music battle. That wasn't a battle for who has the best hits. He entered a rap battle with a rapper, a real rapper. He was bound to lose. There was no way you were going to beat a rapper at his game. It's a whole different story when you talk about who has better music.
Yeah.
That's a completely different...
There's a reason Drake is Drake.
That's exactly the reason Drake will come here today and tickets will be like $500K and people will buy them. People won't buy a $300K Kendrick ticket.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because he was just in Rwanda.
And not a lot. Like a lot of people went from Uganda, but not everyone.
If
Drake goes Kigali... Who is staying in this city?
Let me tell you, Kampala will be empty.
Empty. No one will be here.
Exactly.
I'll even cancel all my shows for I'm gone.
And even people who are laughing or stomping on Drake now, they will be the first ones to book those tickets. Because Drake is Drake, man.
I just think, honestly, man, I think if all Drake needs to do, like the album he just dropped with Party Next Door, I think it was ass. I think he's still struggling. Like I think
he needs to chill.
Yeah, I think, he needs to let go of this beef thing. Because bro told us he was releasing some sexy songs for you. Why is there a song addressing rap beef? What does that have to do with sexy songs, bro? Like, I don't want to hear that. I expected to play that Drake album and I fall in love.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm talking about the rap beef. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Now, if all Drake needs to do now is come summer, drop an album with only summer bangers. Don't talk about no beef.
Yeah.
Don't talk about your ops or whatever. Talk about the babes. Talk about the babes.
I don't know Drake personally, but I think from my perspective, what hurts him is how everyone has just kind of like turned on him overnight. And Drake, just know I've been riding from you for you from day one.
Ain't gonna see
I love you, Drake. I love you.
Drake?
What do you mean?
Hey.
Wait, on this podcast, we dream big.
Yeah, no,
One day he'll see me.
He's gonna see this episode.
But for real though, like I think that would turn anybody salty. Like the way Kampala girls have showed you shaking. Everyone.
But that was just one. The babes still love me, and I love you too.
Well, I said we're gonna circle back to that. But yeah, like I just feel like everyone, even people who I thought were Drake fans, Drake's friends, everyone turned on him, and the only people who are writing for him are people like 50 Cent. And I'm like, you know what? I think he thinks he has a chip on his shoulder. But just let it go, move on, make us bangers. We loved you from the beginning.
Drake thought he ran the industry.
Yes. And they humbled him.
When people got the opportunity to actually show they didn't like him, he was shocked. That shocked him.
But that comes with success.
Yeah,
Every time
but
you're
also,
successful.
I don't think it's just success. I think Drake is also an asshole.
I think he is an asshole.
Drake is an asshole.
But that also comes with success.
Exactly, yes. That's the thing.
Like,
he became that type of person because of how successful he became and did all the things he did because of the position he was in.
Let's say DJ Vanessa. That's how you become a millionaire overnight. Are you going to stay the same or do you think you're going to be a brat?
Money's going to change me.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not going to become a brat. I just think you can't operate the same way as a person when you are broke as you are rich. Like, have the same value. I think you should always maintain your values. I think one thing I don't think money will do is change who I am as a person.
Yeah.
But it has to change how you act because you can't operate the same way.
I believe you because you know why? Because you already have some popularity now.
Yes.
And you're still down to earth. But I've seen people small attention like this.
They get gassed, yeah.
Oh my God. And then they act like a whole brand new
and I also really don't like that. And I think, because I feel like, obviously, everyone's working towards getting some money.
Yeah.
You want to get rich. And I think you should always have one thing like the drive you have. I think when you get, like a lot of people, when you get a little bit popular, you lose your work. I think you lose the drive. And you're not even big yet. You just have some popularity in the, some noise in the streets.
Yeah.
But so I think when you get rich, however long it takes, I think you shouldn't be the same person you are. Because when you are broke, why would you be the same person broke? You're gonna lose your money again.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm acting like this broke, when I get money, I should obviously act differently to keep the money. Because
Start acting the way you want
yes,
to be.
exactly.
Like, let that be who you
manifest, like literally. Fake it till you make it, bro.
The truth is, even me, I know I'm going to change for a fact. But I think at the end of the day, it comes back to values. That's one of the most important things for me that I've noticed in human relationships.
Yeah.
Like when you have your baseline values, like work ethic, like, you know, like when I've said I'm going to go for an interview, I'm going to go for that. It doesn't matter how big I become. I have to honor this thing that I've committed to. Or like just the way you treat people, treat everyone with respect. I'm one of those people, like, I treat everyone with respect and disrespect. If you're annoying me, I don't care who you are. If you don't annoy me, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could literally be the owner of the place. But if you piss me off, I'm annoyed. I'm not going to be mad at the waitress and then I'm cool with you. Or like, you get, everyone is getting it.
That's the thing, yeah. And one thing I don't like about Ugandans is how they kind of treat wealthier people like they are higher than the rest of the society.
Let me tell you.
I really don't like that.
I'm so glad that you said that. Because you know what? Ugandan men are simps for rich men.
Bruh.
One day I go to a bar, right? And these are men that I respect. And we're seated at a table and the wealthiest man is there in the group. I don't know how rich that man is. He has to have money flying out of his ass because the way those guys were acting, I just lost respect because I'm like, this can't be you. Then how are we women supposed to act?
Now you see, I want to realize, I used to wonder that as well, but what I realized is you guys, because Kampala is centralized around deals.
Yeah.
So like people want to make a deal here, a deal there to get some money. I feel like people be doing this in the hopes that this man will remember me and put me in one of the deals. Because, you know, like you can get a deal from one of these rich guys, like let's say they're working with the government or something, and he has a connect into something bigger. These guys will do all of this to literally like, they're basically just trying to soften him up so they can try and get some money.
But then, okay, so I guess, for men it's different.
I
right?
know, by the way, I still think it's some bitch nigga
but
shit.
I just don't, I don't respect it.
I don't either. I think it's
let's put ourselves in the rich man's, like now I'm the Mugaga. I'm not going to respect you for kissing my ass.
And they won't.
I just like, no deal. You will not be involved in any deal because I don't trust you. So if someone higher than me comes,
you're going to kiss
you can throw me under the bus.
I think the only reason I should see you, anyone should see you kissing ass even remotely, is if it's a loyalty thing. Like if this is someone who has, let's say, made you who you are today, and you want to show a certain higher level of respect that might come off as kissing ass. Fair enough.
Yeah.
If this is just one random Mugaga who you found at the club or something, and you're gonna act different. Like, come on, bruh.
Let me tell you, Vanss, it was a bit traumatic of an experience. Because, like, imagine, like, think of someone you respect and then see them kissing us just because of money. Just because of money. Let me tell you, I can kiss us for other things, but it's not money. You get, like, because I feel like I can kiss us because I respect you, because you're good at your craft, because you're, you know,
literally,
like,
if you admire
money,
doing money.
Yeah.
Literally, because the thing is, the worst thing about that kissing ass is you're kissing ass and you might not even leave here with anything.
Nothing.
Like, you might leave here.
But your dignity.
Your dignity is in the pit.
In the pit, you've left your dignity there.
You've kissed this nigga's ass and he's gonna leave. Because more time, these rich guys know what they're gonna do already.
Yeah.
You coming and kissing some ass won't.
But let me just say this: there's some people who enjoy that shit. There's some
because they want the ego stroke.
Yeah, they want the ego stroke. They are hoping, they're dying. They're like, oh my god, yeah, let's see. Even
some of them even will leave. Like I've seen people like they enter the club, and if the waiters and waitresses aren't at their feet trying to get them where to sit, they'll leave. Like
okay, but I'm like that, and I'm not even rich.
No. Like as a rich nigga, like what I mean is like when you come into that club,
you
get your table, but these people want to be like there's like the club is full.
So they want you to make our way somehow.
Exactly.
Like perform a miracle.
Literally, like I remember I was literally DJing one time. I'm watching. It's packed. These guys have walked in and they're like basically at the like where there's space to stand before they can get a seat. They're standing there and you could see them wilding out because they're like they should have a seat right now. But I'm like, boy, you've come into the club at 3 a.m. It's packed. At least give them some time to find you where to sit. But because you've entered. And they're like, you know how much money I'm going to spend? I'm like, bro, what does that have to do with the seat? Like, you've come late. Like, but because of how much money you make and how much money you have, you expect the world to turn upside down when you walk into a room. Which I find is ridiculous because there's always someone richer than you who is acting more down to earth and has more humility than you are. So I just feel like, whatever I feel like I see is the ones who have that type of attitude are the ones who have not really worked for their money that much. Scammers have the biggest egos in this city, and I'm not.
No, because they didn't go through the emotional journey that
Exactly.
makes you into
They
that
woke up
person.
today and
They
got
woke
that
up today
money.
and they had the money, but you get some
thing.
refinement
and
along the journey.
And I hate that because the scammers. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
like, please don't trip because someone, if you annoy someone, they can call police now.
Yeah.
Who calls the feds? I think that like the scam, like people who are getting the quick money and cool, but like have some humility,
Yeah.
bro, because like if you got the money quick, any quick money you get can go the same speed, if not even faster.
Jay-Z said it best. You can pay for school, but
Hey, are you looking for me to finish the lyric?
yeah.
Hey, you can pay for school.
But wow.
You can pay for school, but you can't.
That was the most important life lesson that Jay-Z imparted onto us.
The niggas are gonna hate me for this. I'm not a big Jay-Z fan.
That's okay,
Yeah.
but you have to know that line.
Okay, what's the line?
You can pay for school, but you can't buy class.
Oh yes.
Yes,
No,
yes,
I've
you
heard
remember
it
now.
a couple of times. Yeah.
Whatever. Speaking of, you already walked into that one. Who is an artist that you think is overrated? If you
Alien
say Jay,
Skin.
you're... Eh?
Alien Skin.
Okay. I thought you were going to say... If you say Jay, you're banned
No.
from the podcast.
I don't think Jay-Z is overrated. I think Jay-Z is rated as he is, but I just don't think his music is my cup of tea.
I understand you and I
Yeah.
hear you. And for the longest time, I felt that way until I started listening to him like on a deeper level. But Alien Skin,
Yes.
unpack that.
Now,
I think he's rated just fine. Do we rate him like that highly?
you don't. Maybe you don't.
Do we? No. I don't
that's the
think
thing.
nobody rates him.
What you guys don't think though? Let me tell you, the reason I say that is because do you know how many times when Alien Skin started popping, do you know how many times I'll be in the club and people are coming and shouting at me to play Alien Skin and whatnot? And I think maybe because you obviously you told me you listen to Jay-Z, your music taste probably is far from Alien Skin.
Yeah.
But I think in Uganda, for the longest time, last year the year was coming to end and they were like, who's artist of the year? Some of y'all had the audacity to be telling us Alien Skin. Like, I'm gonna be real, like, Alien Skin has his fans, his cup of tea. Maybe it's not mine, but for you to say he's the artist of the year is...
But he's that person's artist of the year.
No.
It's opinion based. It's opinion based.
Yeah, but let's have some basis of what we're talking about. If you're gonna say like...
Okay, who was your artist of the year then?
Joshua Baraka, which makes sense.
Yeah.
He did the most for Ugandan music last year.
Yeah.
And he's still holding the flag up. You guys are gonna say Alien Skin is the best artist in Uganda. Ask anybody outside this country.
No, okay, honestly. Who knows Alien Skin?
I feel like if you're gonna say someone is the best in the country, they have to be able to hold our flag high. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want my flag being held that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think I'll even just, please don't.
Yeah,
Don't
we're
me,
going to
guys.
cancel you though.
I think Chidandali is overrated as well. Come and
now
kill
you release
me.
us. No, that is the foundation that the music in this country was built on.
Yes, and it needs to evolve.
It does need to evolve.
Afrobeats.
But that doesn't mean that it will evolve for the better. Sometimes it's good
it has to do something, because let me tell you why.
It does have to do something. That's the honest truth.
If you play a beat from Chidandali artists today and play one from Radio and Weasel's time, I promise you won't be able to tell the difference. If you play an Afrobeat song from that time and one today, there's a ginormous evolution in how the music has gone.
True.
People used to ask me, like the one thing that used to piss me off when I first came was, people were like, you don't play enough Uganda music or any Uganda music. I'm trying to be like I'm from abroad. Maybe, but that's because I'm trying to go international. First thing is, I play Ugandan music, a lot of it, but I play good Ugandan music. I'm not playing Ugandan music that's been released last week that sounds like it was made 7 years ago. I don't think that's progressive for our industry. I don't think it's progressive for Ugandan music, because it's like if you tell me I go to Kigali today and I play a mix with Ugandan music, why would I play music that sounds like it was made 7 years ago?
Yeah.
I feel like if we want to export us, so people say Ugandans need to be exported. There's a reason Joshua Baraka is in Zanzibar right now. His music is progressive.
Yeah.
He has progressed into this. He literally released an Afro House song the other week.
Yeah.
Which other Ugandan artists are going to do that? Because they're scared of evolving.
Yeah.
And me, I'm telling you guys right now, if all you artists came together and scrapped that generic beat you guys have and released different music, we have no choice but to listen to it.
Yeah.
But because there's some, like Baraka and like Swang's Avenue is coming onto that very well right now, of using like beats and production that is with the time, yes, you might not relate to every Ugandan, and that's because Ugandans have too much of this other bullshit to relate to. You know, if they have the same type of music being released week in, week out, they're not going to look for anything else because they don't have it. You don't have... the Ugandans... There's a very small percentage of Ugandans who have the access to the, like, Spotify, smartphones, like, things like that, to show them that type of music. But they have access to Ugandan music through radio.
Yeah.
If the same music, because it's the formula that has worked, artists are going to keep using it.
The thing is,
going to try something else?
The thing is, I think Ugandans, like, we have this thing where, like, we commit. We really do commit to, like, and no matter how long, like, we do. I agree. We do need to evolve. And yeah, like, you've made a lot of sense.
You know, you see what
Ugandan
I mean? Like,
artists, take note.
I'm not, by the way, I'm not here, you know, trying to shit on Ugandan music, which that's where we've come from, but it has to, it's something has
Evolution
to give,
is
you know?
inevitable.
If we've been doing the same thing for years and years and years, it has never traveled out the country. What makes you think it's going to happen today?
Who was your childhood crush?
Rihanna.
Ooh.
Till this day.
You're waiting for ASAP.
But now she just brought through a case.
A trial, so like
She's
they're
not
locked
going
in.
She's not good. But you know, I'm pretty sure I can even find it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
When I was like, I think like in 2011, I even sent Rihanna. Let me even check.
A DM.
Oh my god.
I'm embarrassed for you.
Bro, like, trust me, I'm not gonna embarrass Rihanna.
What
like,
did you say?
Oh, I probably won't read it all, but I can't show you.
I want to see. No, you can't know, but this is. I've already seen the emojis, and I don't know if I want to.
Me in my head, I knew one day I'm gonna link this show. I knew in my head, like, and I need her to know that I was riding for her from early. I don't even know what was happening. I think
so okay, like, do you like a crush of, like, if ever Rihanna approached you, you'd be like, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Then delete this shit immediately.
Fair.
Remember what you said about a girl saying they already know you?
Fair.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I meet Rihanna, there's no way I'm gonna act nonchalant. Like, I know I'm gonna act nonchalant.
How old were you in that year?
Bro, I don't know. I feel like this is one of these things I'd even saved in my drafts for.
How old were you? Like, I just need to know for the sake of
this. I don't think I was young enough for this to be justifiable. I don't think so. I think
so you slide in people's DMs often?
No. By the one thing
one?
I don't do is slide into DMs. I think if I've met you before, I would. But one thing I've never done. Oh, I don't think never done. I don't think I know how to DM a random person I've never met and just start talking to them. Because I feel like I'm really big on energies. So if I don't know your energy as a person, how would I DM you? You know, like those people you talk to online, like you're texting, and it's like the conversation is just dragging and dragging. And I never know that's because we've never talked in person and, you know, to be able to know how to go about how we're talking. But one thing, like, I've never really, like, I've followed babes before or something. And maybe I've DM'd a babe actually once when, like, I think she followed me, I followed her back. Then she, like, liked a couple of my pictures. Then I was like, okay, maybe you're interested.
No, but she wanted you to
DM.
That
exactly.
one for sure, yeah.
But I'm never going to follow, like, you know how people find a baddie online, follow her, and then DM her. Hey, yo.
You know what? I actually intentionally make myself dry to text on social media.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's social media. I shouldn't give you the best version of me for free. If you want to see me, you see me in real life, and then let's have a proper conversation. Yeah, but then you're DMing me on Insta, like, and you know there's those guys who just never endingly DM you, like, hi, how was your day? Fine. How was your fine?
Then tomorrow they'll be
fine.
like, hi, how's your day?
Hi, how was it? Like, enough of this.
I can't put myself to all of that.
Yeah.
Like, and especially if you text a babe online and then she doesn't have that energy, all you're gonna be able to ask her is, how was your day? How are you? How was your day? How are you? Like, there's nothing else because I'm
not gonna give you nothing.
So that's
I will intentionally give you nothing, by the way.
I think what I like, the way I usually, if I'm gonna, like, you know, move to a babe, I usually, like, if I followed her online first, maybe like a couple of her, like, not even her old pictures, but like her stories. Like, if she puts up her stories of herself.
So that's what y'all be doing.
You've not seen me liking girls?
No, Vanss, you're lying. You've never liked mine.
Hey!
You've never liked any. But either way, 2000 and...
I remember so well liking
2000 and...
Hey.
Yeah, like, that's a little bit of a...
See?
That's like an amber flag right there.
At least not red.
But, yeah. But would you say you have game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I do.
What's like your go-to pickup line?
I don't have pickup lines.
Okay, how do you do it? Like,
mine's always in conversation. Like, if you realize I'll say something because of what you said to me.
Okay.
Like I just so like I bounce off like, and like I said, energies. I think if you're talking to me, I'm quick on my feet. I'll find what to say through what you're saying. Like when you said I have game, that's because you said something to me and I replied. Because I'm not one of those guys. I'll never go to you with like a line.
Did you fall from the sky?
Yeah, you see, I think that's some bullshit. I think that.
Yeah, but some of that shit is smooth
You
though.
know, I feel like it's so corny. I feel like it would
It
never
is
work
corny,
if I
but
said
that's the
it.
thing. Like it's corny, but you have
I
to
feel like
carry
if I
it
went
well.
up like that, it would never work for me. I just feel like it wouldn't.
It's funny because it's corny. I think
Okay,
you're just
maybe.
like you have to be
But
the embodiment of that thing.
Yeah, I think I'm funny enough to not like to just be able to make you laugh outside of like a pickup line. I'll come and just talk to you and then we can start from there.
Yeah.
I think that's how it is.
So basically, you're using my energy. You're such
It's
a user.
working.
I'm
It's
kidding. Before I let you go, because we've actually been yapping for a while now.
Yeah,
You left
let's go.
NRG. Why did you leave?
I think it was just time for me to really expand my brand myself. I think because also at the end of the day, as I told you before, I never had any plans to do radio. Like it was never in my wildest. Like even when I started radio, it was very hard for me to start talking. It was never in my dreams. So I think when I did it, it was a great 2 years. I think it really helped me, become bigger in the industry. But I felt like I didn't have the time to accomplish the things I actually set my goals like when I started. There's a lot I wanted to do. Start making music. I want to start doing YouTube. Production. Start doing a lot of social media stuff. And I just felt like having that job, there was no way I was going to do 50-50.
Yeah.
I couldn't give energy my all and then also really try and lock in and focus and be like, this is what I want to achieve now. Because at the end of the day, radio can only take you so far, especially in this country. I think it was a time for me to now be like, what can I do to really make myself international? Rather than, because when radio is really like, no one's really listening to our radio station outside the country you're in. So I was like, let me actually now start doing things which can really be put out into the world instead of just waiting and depending on people seeing me play live or tuning into my show. I felt like it was time for me to really push myself out there and take it global. Yeah.
Okay. Who was your favorite person at NRG? I already think I know the answer.
Who did you think it was?
Sean?
Definitely. Sean.
Yeah.
I think because me and Sean are so much alike,
Yeah.
and the fact that we spent literally like almost every day together for the last 2 years, it was like obviously our shows, but then from our show, that's why I think we were out so much. We'll be at our show. We've had a good time at the show. It's 7 and we live like close to each other, so we'd either go home together or be like, what are we gonna do now? Like, where are we going next? So I think it was a thing of me and him being together all the time and like going out and spending all this time together. Because now every time we'd come back to the show, on the show it's like we're talking about something
What
that
you've
happened
already-
last the weekend or whatnot. So I think Sean was definitely one of the people who I think was like one of my favorite people. And obviously Tanya till now I think still one of my very good friends. And I think really and everyone even Salter.
Now it's
because
consolation prize
no,
time.
David, no, let me tell you why. Because I think those
Yeah.
when I say their names, it's because those are people who really genuinely became my family.
And you are friends in the job and outside the job.
Like till now, like I was with Sean on the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see Tanya tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. I really became my family because I didn't know Sean before. I knew Tanya like briefly, like just a little bit, but those guys really grew to be my family. And I think that's one of the things I'm really grateful to Energy for, because they gave me my tribe. Real shit. I don't think we would have all become as close as we are if it wasn't for Energy.
Yeah.
Like me and Tanya had become friends, but Sean wouldn't have come to Uganda and we wouldn't have had all that time together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say.
So it was divine, what they call it,
Divine,
synchrodestiny. So like, I asked that question because before you came, we're having a discussion about like work friends, and we're like, when you leave the place you're working at now, for many people, I don't think they would stay in touch with the people that are their workmates and stuff. But if you make friends that you are friends at work, with at work and outside, like those are your actual friends.
That's the thing, because there's of course there's a lot of people from Energy who I don't talk to anymore. I mean, that's just and
it's also not even like beef. It's like
it's like
don't
we're
talk.
just out of the same space anymore. You
Yeah.
know? But I think with them it was like we got along so well on the job and off. So that was the good thing, like, because during our show, because radio is, you know how radio is, it's not, you don't speak the whole time. So you speak for a bit, then you stop, you're just chilling.
You're just yapping with them.
If you guys aren't cool you'll be bored now even during work, and we were never bored, you know.
I had one of those co-hosts.
You're you see what I mean?
And we used to do 4 hours
You
together.
know, I think now the link goes off, and it's like dead silent now.
And it's
no one's
boring. And
speaking.
everyone is on their phone.
It's awkward. Yeah, everyone just goes on their phone directly. You start taking more bathroom breaks than you need. Because
Yeah.
you're just
And actually, you
doing
go
a beat.
outside and you find people who you vibe with more, and then you go talk to them
Then
instead.
you come back, and it's like, and I think that's what made our show so good, because we were such good friends
Yeah.
outside of it. So even as like literally we would be talking so much, by the time the link is coming back on, we have to tell ourselves to shut up, and now start talking about like what we were talking about on air. So yeah.
What's your red flag? This is like the
Like
last
mine?
question. Yes, you,
Like,
as DJ Vanss.
Do I have any red flags?
What do you mean? I can list for you like 5.
I think a red flag, I would say, I'm too friendly. So I think, and a lot, because women, like, you might take it in a very negative way, like if I'm friendly, because I'm a very nice person, especially now if like I'm out. There might be women who I've seen that people are claiming they might want me, but I'm just a nice person, and I'm being friendly. We're talking, and I come back and it's like people that the babe I'm with is making it seem like I was flirting with her or something, you know. So I think that's one of the red flags.
Do you feel like when you're in a relationship, there has to be a limit to your friendliness?
Yes and no, because as when I say yes, genuine, I don't expect myself, like I wouldn't expect myself to be online talking to babes. But then again, because of my job, that's why I'm talking about being a DJ. Because of my job, one thing you should, like, in this country, people love a negative story. If I'm here DJing and I'm out, and then a girl comes to me and she's a big fan, and I brush her off because of respect to my girl, I'll wake up on Twitter and they'll say DJ Vanss is an asshole.
No, you can be polite without, like, you know, like you can be polite without being too friendly. You know, okay, like I've seen it.
So what's your boundary? Like, what did you say your boundary is of too friendly?
Of too friendly is just like, okay, be respectful. Hi, DJ Vanss. Like, hi, what's up? You want to take a picture? First of all, hands to yourself.
Okay.
Right? Then take the picture and be like, oh, okay, nice meeting you. There's just like ways to do it respectfully. But then there's also now when you become too friendly, like, hey, hi, what's your name? My name is Jessica. Oh, Jessica, okay. Where are you from? What are you doing? Who are you with? I'm here with my friends. Oh, okay. So I'll come back. Like, that's too much.
Yes, okay, I don't do that. But I think it's one of those, like, the hand thing, I'll be fair. Like,
keep your hands to yourself, man.
No, because you know these babes will come and then they'll ask for a picture, and then their hand automatically, because
and
most of
your
them are
hand
shorter
should
than
stay
me.
here. Have you? There's this documentary about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Apparently, when a guy can't take a picture with them, they give them the ball, and that was because guys' hands would wander. They wanted just
Now you
hands
see,
to yourself.
Yeah. Okay, but
Don't you have depth
sometimes I'll be like,
don't you have depth? You're like, let's play a game of Never Have I Ever. Yeah? Okay, Never Have I Ever. Do you want to ask me as well? I'm gonna ask you, but do you want to ask me as well?
No, you can just ask.
Okay, cool. Never have I ever ghosted someone and then I saw that reaction. I said,
And
just
then-
stop there. Never
and
have I
then-
ever ghosted someone
No.
and then texted them like nothing had happened.
No.
You've never.
No,
You commit to the
Yeah,
ghost.
I commit. You know what's so funny? Like when I've ghosted, it's never in my head to ghost. But then I start feeling like I don't want this anymore. Then 1 day passes, 2 day passes. Then I just feel embarrassed to even text after so long. So yeah, I feel like that's crazy. Like you've ghosted someone, just left things, and then you text, oh, hey, how are you? I think that's wild. Babes have done that to me though.
I just feel like, why would you ghost someone? Okay, like what has led to you ghosting someone in the past?
Fear of things getting serious. I think there was a point I
That's
felt like
sad.
things were, I feel like honestly I felt like, because I wanted something serious eventually, but I felt like she was moving so quickly, and it was like, yo, this is a bit
Okay,
crazy.
so like, don't you feel like it's better? Like, I know your generation is just so used to running away from difficult conversations, but don't you feel like it's better to just tell somebody? Do you know how cruel it is to just ghost someone?
I've only done it once, and
Yeah.
I won't do it again, because the thing is, me and the babe did end up seeing each other out one time, and she spoke to me about it. And like she was just like, yo man, like that was just so fucked up. Like,
Yeah, that was
and I
fucked
did
up.
feel, I wouldn't do it again. I did feel quite bad. But I did, like, at the time, I genuinely, I'll just say, like, I didn't know any better. I just, in my head, because maybe I just didn't realize how much maybe she liked me
Yeah.
at the time. But I think because they were getting serious, and I was like, certain things were just making me rethink everything. So I think in my head, I tried to convince myself that it's not that deep.
Yeah.
But obviously it was, and it's
was.
a learning curve, and I have appreciated that.
Yeah.
And I did apologize.
The truth is, ghosting is cruel. But let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
When ghosting is so painful that even though you didn't even like the person that much, you still feel offended. Like
honestly, yeah, and I do feel terrible about it.
Yeah, because I'm just one of those people. Like I've now had to train myself to think. Like, did you really want this person? Like when it does happen, because it does happen. These days, people don't want to like be honest with you and say like, this is not working. This is ghost.
Yeah.
Me personally, I tell you straight up. I'm like, I'm not feeling a connection, or like I feel like you're coming on too strong, or like just like leave me alone. But there's a guy who I did that to. I told him that. He didn't take the hint, and he kept coming. Like he kept insisting on texting me, and I'm like, you know what? You deserve to be ghosted.
Yeah.
And then after like a year of just not getting the hint, blocked. Because I'm just like, you can't.
It
This
took a
is
year?
now harassment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it took a year.
Guys, like when she doesn't really want you there, like just as if relaxing.
And also like if you and that not wanting you can change if you respect yourself. But if you keep disrespecting yourself, how can I respect you?
Yeah, maybe the one thing I'll never do is like if a babe ghosts me, unless I know why she has, I will never text you again. Like at least I'll just relax. Like I think it's if a babe airs me or something, I won't really now be like, let me come back tomorrow and also DM you again. Because I'm like, if you've aired me once, now I give you a chance to do it twice.
You'll do that shit. You know, guys come and talk all tough. But when you like that chick, you will do whatever she wants.
Yeah, if you ghost me, I'll text you again.
Have you? Vans, you need to stop.
Sorry.
2000 and I just can't get over it.
Hey, you're gonna get over it.
Never have I ever stalked an ex.
Oh, I've done it.
Ooh. Social media?
Yeah.
Did you find what you're looking for?
I wasn't stalking her to find anything. I was talking to see what she was up to because I heard she was
that's
a
what I'm
model.
saying. Like, you heard she was?
a model.
Oh, okay.
And I did find she was on Vogue.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Vogue.
kudos to me. I was like, I wanted to see. I was like, because her man had made her new man had made her unfollow me and everything. So I never had her socials. But then, like, I think I saw someone posting like her shoots. I was like, what's going on?
Let me put two and two together. Vogue. 2000 and have you ever pretended to like something just because your crush did?
Yes.
It's like the order of the day.
Yeah, you have
what did you pretend to like? What did you pretend to like?
There was some, I don't know what it was, some sushi stuff. Like I'm a sushi guy, but like she had me get like these like funny things I didn't really like. It was a lot of food really. Like would go out to eat, then she'd order something and I'd just be like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And I just know I'm eating when I get home.
You've seen that meme of like when you get home from a sushi date and someone is being
yeah. Like I just know I'm eating when I get home.
Have you ever posted a picture just to make someone jealous?
Nah. Because I feel like to make someone jealous, that would mean I'd have to post my new babe or something.
Yeah.
Catch me dead.
Yeah.
Posting. Nah. I'd never. I'd rather you just see us or something. I'd never like post a babe specifically that because now that just comes with more problems than I signed up for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no. Have you?
I have, but for me the thing is like I don't even have to post that with anyone else.
No, you just have to post
People
yourself
always assume like, let's say I'll go on like a solo date and just post that, and people assume, who are you with? I'm like, yeah. And I like that. I love the assumptions of it all. I was like, oh my God, who are you with?
But actually, no. Now that you mention it, there's a time like I think there's certain things like if I post a roll of sushi, I am not there alone.
Yeah.
There's no way I took myself out to get some sushi. So I think things like there's certain things like I think a babe who I've been with will know I won't take. Like if I'm out and there's wine, then she'll know.
It's definitely not you.
Because
what do you drink?
I'm usually a cocktail guy.
What cocktail?
Whiskey sour.
Yeah.
Which cocktails do you like? Whiskey sour?
I like Prosecco.
Oh yeah, Prosecco.
Yeah, I remember Mulinde was on the podcast and he said I'm a cheap date. I'm like, bro. But I like what I like.
Yeah,
and you know another thing about me is I'm not gonna do the code switch just because I'm with someone with money. You get, those people who are like, okay, I drink Prosecco now that this person is here. I want like the fancy Dom Perignon.
Yeah.
But the thing is, once in a while I will like champagne, and if it's there, but the truth is my preference is Prosecco.
I'm writing.
Okay. Vans 2000 and I keep saying it.
Prosecco was there.
Have you ever pretended to be in a relationship? Have you ever pretended or lied to someone that you were in a relationship when you aren't, just so they can back off? Yeah? Okay.
A lot.
Damn, that's...
These, like, especially with these babes of today, like, you know, some babes will be... Do you know there's, like, they have so much audacity these days?
Yeah.
You'll be out, it's like 4 a.m. now, she's on you, And I'm like, no. She's like, why? I'm like, okay, I have a babe.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, she's just like, there.
Yeah.
I be pointing at random babes.
Yeah.
Like, that's my girlfriend. Bro.
Yeah.
Just so, like, because I get so uncomfortable when babes, like, they try to do too much, especially when I'm not drunk. Like, if I've just come off set and I'm like, I'm so sober, and now she's lit, and she's doing the most, I get so like, yo,
yeah,
be as if relaxing, bro. Yeah. So I have to lie. I have to lie.
Have you ever been in a situationship knowing it's going nowhere?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's
just kind of life
that's
now,
life, yeah.
right?
Like,
yeah.
You get into something, and I think, one thing I'll say is, people who always be like, date with purpose. No. I don't think you should always date with purpose. I think some things are just to be experienced. Like, you should just experience certain things and certain people. I think, like, you and this person might have a connection. A lot of women can come across with, and I can tell this one would never date, but or like never be serious. But I won't stop whatever's gonna happen from happening, because I feel like everything is a learning curve. Like the babe I was just with, at the back of my mind, I knew this probably won't go really like far. But I said, let me experience, and then let me go full in. You know, I was like, let me just experience it, because I think you will never know what you like and what you don't like unless you experience everything.
You see, remember when we talked about red flags? I think that's yours.
What? Why? Why the red flag?
I think that's yours.
I think because I always think, like, it's very naive to think this person you're dating now is like, unless you guys have been together for a long time, but I think it's very naive to think if I meet you today and we get along very well, be like, oh, this one could be my wife.
Yeah.
Because there are things you don't even find out about someone until marriage.
But that's the thing. You only find out about them until you get there. Like,
yes,
you will never know. But that's the thing.
But okay,
I understand.
Things, you know, like, you can tell from someone some characteristics, like,
listen,
this one won't work.
Where you're at in life right now, most especially 2000, and I understand, like, that's where you should be. And actually, you're not wrong. Where you are at in life, that's the mentality you should have, because now you're exploring, you're also figuring yourself out. But at a certain age, hopefully 30,
inshallah,
you won't be dating for vibes. Like, you need to be intentional.
Yeah,
like,
no, at
like
one point
everything,
I will, yeah.
Like with everything in life, if you're not intentional about it, it will be flip-floppy. People always have those situationships and unserious relationships, and they wonder why shit's not working out. And they wonder why they attract those slay queens who are going to dig gold from every other man in town. It's because you're not intentional. It's not because you're not putting your mind to it. The minute you decide, like, this is what I want, and be serious about it, and be serious about yourself, then you'll attract more serious situations.
So you know what you want?
Of course. Do you know how old I am?
What are you looking for? I don't mind how old you are, by the way.
It's not about that. It's not about you minding. So, it ain't got nothing to do with you, honey. What am I looking for? Like, intention. Definitely intention. Like, somebody has to be very intentional about what they're doing with themselves, and then that way they can be intentional about me. And those are just like I was talking about this with Nina. I think Nina or Tina, like, just a problem solver.
Yeah.
Like, I want to turn off my brain when I'm with you. I want to just exist, and I want to know. I want people to ask me. So Sabrina, when my man. Just ask my man type thing. Yeah. I want to be my man type thing. Yeah, like that's
When's the
what
last
I'm on.
time you were in something like that?
Bro.
Tricky.
Bro. Guys, let's end the podcast on this note. DJ Vanss, it's been such a blast having you.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for
and guys, we've been at Zest. Please make sure you stop by. We're actually going to go have lunch because I'm so hungry. And also make sure that you check out STW on Instagram. They have so many amazing dresses and outfits like jumpsuits and whatever. So make sure you check them out. And you've been watching It's Never That Serious with me, Sabrina. Check out my other show, Mileage. Hey. Yeah, I've been working.
Yeah,
I have to ask you a question. Yeah. But anyway, that's for another, that's for another thing. So, you know what my sister taught me about, like, sharing, like, water, lip gloss, da-da-da? Like, people have herpes. Do you know that there's that mouth herpes? Yeah. Like, cold sores? Yeah. So,
but you know what I've heard, okay, I'm not a scientist, but I've heard that you can only transmit a cold sore, like, when it's active.
But now sometimes you don't know if it's active or not. You can just be the first day and you've not, it hasn't yet come out. But the thing is, herpes, like HIV, if you take your meds, right, you can leave it dormant for a
Yeah,
while.
but
Herpes is so
herpes
exposed.
when it pulls up, it pulls
It
up.
pulls
bro.
up. Like
have
you
no
just see the
choice,
things
bro.
on your genitals and you're like, bro,
Hey,
what is this?
Bro, you know, that's... I've heard stories about that. Like, guys, like, he had sex with a girl, then he wakes up and he's burning. I'm like, yo.
No, but that's not herpes.
No,
That's
it's
like,
not herpes. It's not herpes, but like
That's
those, one of those...
what's that? Chlamydia.
Yeah.
Why do I know? No, please. No, the thing is, I had to Google because I was like, it seems like women always get the hardcore, what they call it? Symptoms.
Yeah.
Like women. So I was like, what do men suffer from? Like when do men ever get their version? Because you know you get
some
yeast
guys
infection,
say like you wake up,
bacterial
like if you
infection.
get it, like you wake up and like you take a piss. And it's
burning.
hot. It's hot. Like the thing is, there's some like illnesses you can actually have that are aside from STDs. So you might never know, but I think if like some guys be like, you know, like sometimes you've been after with a babe and you're like, this one.
Yeah. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I put up a video. Until next time, bye.